Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Second game of the day. We've got some gold action.
Oh, it's slightly higher than bronze.
Yes, sir.
Mr. MaximusBlack, hit me up with the sound that you make when you wake up first thing in the morning and make a terrible life choice to browse your Facebook feed.
Fucking Christ, man. Jesus, what's wrong with people?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. I was just, I'm not even gonna, I don't even know if I want to really get into
we're not gonna go deeper into that. I just wanted to, that was a conversation.
Yeah, we were having before. I don't really want to go through it because I don't want to offend anybody, but at the same time, it's just...
I mean, I don't give a shit if we offend anybody, but, yeah, I don't need to talk about it either. But I'm just gonna say this. Man, am I happy that I grew up in the 90s when nobody could see me do stupid shit. Because now, everybody puts all of their stupid shit on the internet.
And the funny thing about it is when actually this isn't to do with the topic that Adam and I were talking about before this cast, but I had somebody on my Facebook page, multiple people actually, one person in particular that was like, this was at Easter time, and she was going on about how much money people spend on their kids during Easter, right? And she's like, these fucking parents, they don't know. They're spoiling their kids. They're spending all this money, so on and so forth. And then there is another post where this person said that they didn't want to post anything for their kids because they couldn't afford to get much, and then they're fucking made fun of because they can't do much for their kids. You know, all your kids got was some chocolate and a fucking whatever. Because Easter turned into
Christmas
or something,
a second Christmas.
Yeah, it's retarded. And I told this chick, and I was like, listen, if you're gonna fucking put your pictures up on everything that you do in life, whether it's Easter or any of this other person, you want to put your relationship drama on here, so on and so forth. Same with all these bodybuilding bandwagon fuckers that are on my Facebook feed all the time, taking a selfie after every single fucking pump on that they get, or showing every single meal that they get, and just whatever motivates you is fine. But at the end of the day is, if you're gonna post up a picture and you're the size of a fucking toothpick and you got skin and bones and that's it, and you're posting up that you haven't eaten any food in a week because it's a week before your competition and you want to be as thin as you can or whatever, and somebody writes down, and not even me, but somebody writes down in your feed of your post that you look like you need to eat a fucking burger, like you look like you're miserable, like you need to eat something, this isn't healthy what you're doing, and then they get all up in arms about it. But yet, when somebody goes, oh, great, great shoulders or great body or whatever, they just soak it right up. Don't post your shit on Facebook if you can't handle the negative and the positive. Because the moment that somebody says something negative about you, you're gone crazy and the world's ending. It's the internet. If you're going to put yourself out there, someone is obviously going to say something bad about it, even if it's a good thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody, I guess... Everybody thinks, on Facebook for the most part, where there's just people that they know. I mean, let's be honest, most of the people that have, friends on Facebook...
People they know.
There's only so many of those quote-unquote friends on Facebook that are actually friends and not just acquaintances.
Yeah.
Right? So, but they just think that, that because of that everything that they ever hear from people in regards to whatever they post is going to be positive.
That's not the truth.
Right? But and it's nice to assume that people will operate by the old adage of if you don't have anything nice to say,
don't say it at all. Or at least say it with your spouse behind their back, or it's not on a public forum. But guess what?
But that's not how people are going to act. So yeah, if you're going to put that up, then be prepared to take some fucking heat for it, and if it happens, then it happens, and don't get overly upset about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the show.
That's you just gotta fucking roll with that shit.
Speaking of rolling with that shit, we have I'm just gonna call this guy Heijunka because that's what I see when I see his name.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Heijunka just dropped a command center. This is definitely a step up in skill from the last game, from the last Terran we saw. Still opening up a couple of racks. He hasn't started Stim yet. He's got 2 tech labs actually, so it looks like either he's going to put the factory on there and get a different type of tech, or he's going to start double pumping upgrades because he maybe is a little bit late. Oh, or he's just gung-ho on getting Marauders.
He just really wants Marauders.
Okay, so he's going to double pump Marauders.
He just really wants those Marauders.
Probably chuck down a reactor here for the starport so you can switch off and get those
And he's
medevacs.
gonna get combat shield as well, so maybe he's gonna double pump that the upgrades. At the same time, not a terrible life choice it seems to go with the Marauders, as it looks like Banelings are in the future.
So that was kind of lucky
So
for the Terran.
that was a good draw. I mean, really, I guess either way, you know, if you depending on what information that he had at the time, you could either assume Roaches or Banelings, and Marauders are pretty good units against both of those.
Yeah, and the fucky thing about this game is there's been no scouting whatsoever from Terran, so he's just blindly doing all this. I mean, he hasn't left as far as here. No scan, no SCV out on the map.
I feel like in gold, he's probably against the Zerg. He's only seeing so many builds, and he just says, "Fuck it, I know what's coming.
I'm gonna prepare for
I'm
this,
just gonna prepare for it and just build some Marauders."
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's probably what he's doing. That's one of those things that you get caught up in when you're on the ladder and you're just trying to win instead of always improve. Where you just see shit and you just want to get past it because you're so angry that you see it all the time. So instead of actually like going through the motions that you should be going through every game, like scouting, you just say, "Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna build me some Marine Marauders. And I'm just gonna see if I can win this game."
Oh, that's exactly what he's up to right now. Like I said, he got the reactor, transferred that over so he can double pump medevacs, but he just doesn't have the. Well, he didn't have the gas for it a little bit earlier. Now he's moving over this orbital to his natural. He's gonna swing out here. He might even put down a bunker or two, depending. And we got a couple of lings. Still no metabolic boost yet, and no stim going for Heijunka. Just got the combat shields, one medevac out and another one on the way, and just building a shit ton of bio at this point.
Now, at this point, it would be wise for him to scout. He's out of his base. We've hit almost a 10-minute mark. I appreciate that he wants to just prepare for, you know, the things that he tends to see. But at this point, if he hasn't been attacked yet,
and look,
he should, this is what I'm saying. If he hasn't been attacked yet, he should probably consider the fact that there's something coming that he might want to know about.
So there's a scan. He scans the natural and the main, and he's gonna see the spire. So immediately he's gonna have to start double pumping and quadruply pumping out Marines and getting out some possible Vikings as well, getting up some missile turrets, anything possible, because
they're coming. They're going to be here in about 2 minutes. They'll be up to his base.
And Jay is saving up some gas here. He's only going to be able to get about 4 mutas right off the bat, but the majority of this army are Marauders, and although the medevacs will help out with keeping some of the Marines alive, once he gets like a count of 12 or so muta, it's not going to be a fun time, especially that he just no scouting until, well, like you said, around the 9-minute mark, 9.5-minute mark. He's just not really prepared for this.
No.
He's just not.
And he's still not prepared for it. In fact, he still doesn't have any turrets going up, or anything of that matter, or even working towards turrets. He's just saying, fuck it.
Yep.
And he still has mostly Marauders. So, I don't know, I say that, and here comes one turret.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit down, but this is scary with the mutas and the Baneling Ling combo here. This is,
you know what, this is like shades of like Zerg from last year, where Muta and like early last year, where Muta, Ling, Bling, fucking whatever was just what every Zerg did forever. That's you know why? Because it's pretty good.
Because it's good.
It's pretty good. This drop could actually be pretty good as well.
Yeah, especially if the Zerg is moving out.
Although I don't know, he needs to get, really, if he got rid of that spire.
This is a great position for him. He could just sit in this corner and just wreck everything. He doesn't even need to move.
That spire.
He's gonna go after the spire. He needs to get those Banelings in there. The mutas, there's only 3 of them. Banelings can't get in.
Blocked from the Roaches. The Roach cock block.
Look, all those Banes on one Marauder.
One Marauder to rule them all.
One Marauder, perfect positioning from Heijunka. And, well, that's
Happy Heijunka.
Damn right. Jay just got ripped a new asshole.
Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel. I made you out of clay. Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel. Something play with my penis, I don't fucking know. This guy just absolutely, that one Marauder.
That was it.
That was.
He just soaked up like 8 Banes.
Yep.
That Marauder was a hero.
You know what? You know what? I'm in the mood for some potato latkes now.
The potato what?
Latkes.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a potato pancake.
Oh.
It's a Jewish thing.
It's like a crepe?
No.
Okay. Never had them. Not Jewish, so.
No. That's, neither am I.
But you had them.
Lamb Chop Play Along. Remember that show?
Yes, that's really old.
There was an entire episode dedicated to Heijunka, where Lamb Chop just always pronounced it Hanukkah. And they made potato latkes. Sherry was like, all right, let me show you how to fucking make some potato latkes.
You know what? Those are all white people shows, man. Those are all white people shows.
Yeah, but it was good.
It was good, but for white folk.
It was good.
You know?
Well, what's the black version of Lamb Chops play along?
Sesame Street, man.
How the fuck?
Sesame Street, that's
just because there was a black grocer doesn't mean that it's a fucking
Sesame Street
shop.
Was black as fuck. I don't care.
Snuffleupagus, a fucking, like, pimp?
Yes.
Coke pusher?
I'm telling you, man, Sesame Street was...
Big Bird speaks for itself.
Yeah, exactly. We can relate to something. They can't relate to anything else in those other shows. I'm telling you, man, Sesame Street was where it was at.
What about Arthur? I'm pretty sure Francine was
Magic
black.
School Bus.
Okay, why? There was, like, wasn't even a black kid? Carlos was brown.
Yeah, it was good enough. And but Sesame Street was where it was at. Sesame Street, that was it. You know, nobody else was watching anything. You know, some black folk fucked with Barney a little bit, but once they got to like age 3,
wasn't Barney himself black?
He's purple.
No, I mean the guy.
Oh, the guy who played him. Yeah, I think he was black. I think he was black, man. Poor ass motherfucker. Man, what is that guy? Yeah, that's it.
That's fucking just. Yeah, that's something.
So yeah, I didn't watch any of those white folk shows. I mean, you know, my dad's black, so you know he wasn't just gonna put on that show. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Sesame Street. Yeah. All day, every day. I love me some Sesame Street.
Favorite Sesame Street character?
I
don't even have to think about mine.
I mean, I really like the Count. I really like the Count.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the Count.
Pretty sure he was into child slavery, but...
He was.
Yeah.
He definitely was.
And he counted them daily.
One
child peasant!
What was your favorite character?
Grover.
Grover? Grover's a good time.
Grover, and the best skits with Grover were the ones where he was always in the restaurant with that kind of like blue balding like middle-aged like Muppet.
Mm-hmm.
That was my jam. That shit was fucking hilarious. It is still funny now. Grover is a god. Super Grover as well. Couldn't quite get off the ground. Bless his soul.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was that. Perfect positioning here from Hanukkah, and Christmas came early. Jay just getting completely wrecked, and that's all she wrote. What's your favorite Sesame Street character? Let me know in the comments below. I'm the Count. His is Grover. What's yours?
Get at us.
Peace out.